I've been feeling like a motherfucking postman, sending letters to the people, all the sellers that I got. I'm like an old man. Hold up when the old man. Let me back up in this bitch.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Fruity Beats here. My name is Christian, and today is the day that we will be starting tutorials for FL Studio 12. So our first tutorial will be a basic, really basic walkthrough of FL Studio and how to make a very simple beat. Now, please take note before I get into this video, if you're looking at how to make a song, like a full song, that will be in further tutorials, and this is more for the beginners. We will have advanced tutorials later on, maybe 2 videos into this. I'll see how it goes, and then I'll make some more advanced tutorials, how to make songs and everything. But right now it's how to make beats. So the program I'm using right now is FL Studio 12. I have the producer edition. It cost me, I forgot. It's over $100. So if you are on a budget, I'd recommend getting the Fruity edition or even the demo edition. The demo edition, you can pretty much do a lot of stuff. You can't really record your audio and you can't save, and there's a lot of stuff that you can't do, but it's complicated. So for the beginners, I'm actually going to be using only native plugins and sounds, packs, whatever, and samples for my beat that I will be making. So we're going to actually start off with the drums, but before, we're actually going to I'm going to give you guys like a tour of FL Studio. So right here, the thing that I'm moving in now, this is the browser. So when you hear me say we'll open up our browser, this is the browser right here. We have our patterns right here. This is how you create and edit your patterns if you want to rename or color one, whatever. And over here, this is our playlist. We're going to be going to this a lot later on in the tutorial. This is our channel rack. This is very important. We'll get into that later. This is the piano roll, and we use this for chords and sometimes hi-hats if you want to make rolls and stuff. That's the browser, this button right here. This will open up the browser. This is the mixer. Mixer is very important for volume. Basics is volume, and I'll show you how to put those your samples into the mixer. This is a pretty new feature actually. Jesus, that was loud. Holy crap, that scared me. That scared the crap out of me. I have to turn down my volume. That freaking wow. Okay. Jesus, that's better. All right, so this is like the it's kind of like an app switcher actually on your iPhone, but this is pretty cool. This is a new thing in FL Studio 12. I'm not sure if it's only for Windows 10. It might be only for Windows 10, but I'm not sure. But I can't get back. How do I get back? Press the calculator button. Is what I do. All right. So this is the where did we leave off? This is the you can pick up a project or a plugin from this button. This I'm not going to type right now. This is the tempo tapper. Pretty cool. So if you have like a song and you just tap what the song's tempo sounds like, beats per minute. I'm just tapping, and it'll like give you a tempo. But we're gonna actually start off with this new song. This is gonna be like a trap beat kind of hip hop song. So we're gonna start at 135. 135 is usually like the tempo, or maybe like 140. We're gonna go with 135 is fine. So we're gonna open up the channel rack right up here. We're gonna just delete everything in here, and that'll give us the sampler. The sampler is just nothing. It's nothing. You won't hear anything. So that's just something stupid. So we're gonna go into packs. I love using legacy drums. What did I use? I think I used this. Sounds like a good kick, so we're gonna use that kick. And usually you open up in a new channel like this, but I was just too lazy. I didn't want to do that. We're gonna go to vintage for the hi-hat because that has a good hi-hat in it, I think. Yeah, we'll do the hi-hat, and then we'll use a cymbal. The cymbal sounds pretty good. It's not really a trap cymbal. It's more like a hip hop cymbal, but that's fine. Where's the snare? I know there's a snare in here. That's a good snare. All right. All right. So these are our drums. This is what we're going to be using. So this first part of the tutorial will be mainly on drums and percussion. So this is all you're going to use for the drums and percussion. And right now, I'm actually going to, you guys won't see this, but I'm going to rename everything. I'm going to teach you how to rename. So you're just going to right click on the thing in the channel rack. This is really organized. You just rename it. So kick. And then you can actually color it. I'm not going to color it because, oh, what happened? Oh, I'm not going to color it because I just don't want to. But make sure you press the check mark. That gets confusing. Hi-hat. You can abbreviate to hat. You can name it anything you want, really. Cymbal. This was the clap. There you have your clap, and then this is just a snare. So yeah. Once you get into the chords, it's easier to color code. And especially when you're creating automation clips, which you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. If you create like an automation clip for your pattern, you'll start to see the colors on the channel rack. Okay, so let's get into the kick. Usually, first what you want to do actually is, so you have your pattern 1 you're on. Patterns, you can create different patterns, and that's what you put into the channel. So this is like, so then we can create pattern 2. Pattern 2 can go right here. You see what I mean? So we're going to go back to pattern 1. We're going to put it into the playlist. This is the playlist, the first button. Drag it out to 2 measures. And then we're going to go, why is that on there? Not sure. That's weird. Okay. So right here is a very important button. When I first started using FL Studio, it was really confusing to me why it would only play things on the channel rack and then it could play things on the playlist. If you turn this on and it is orange, it will just keep playing and repeating the stuff in the channel rack. Okay? So like, that sounds very obnoxious. And then if you put something in here, it won't play that one. But if you do that, it'll play your playlist. So that was a really terrible example, but whatever. All right, so let's start with our kick and snare. That's pretty much it of showing you around FL Studio. If you want more tutorials, I mean, there's a ton of tutorials, but right now we're trying to make a trap beat, so let's get it. So why is it like that? Oh, all right. So we'll just start by filling in the grays with the kick and the snare. Sounds really boring right now, so let's just... Jesus. So this is really a kind of like a weird process. You're just trying to make the beat sound like your own, you know? So... that sounds terrible. Alright, so we're gonna make it wait. Oh, that sounds terrible. Alright, so that's gonna be our kick and snare. Alright, so that's our kick and snare. We can actually name this pattern kick and snare. So kick / snare. This is where I'm going to color code. So you just press the color, and then we're going to do blue. I usually do blue for my kick and snare pattern. So we can fill that up to 4 measures is good. So now we're going to start with the hi-hat. This is the hi-hat. But first, we actually have to create a new pattern. So you don't want to do the hi-hat here, because even though it does sound okay, you can't edit to where you just want to do kick and snare. It's always going to be hi-hat and kick and snare. But this way, you can have just kick and snare, and then you can create an automation clip. Again, I'm going off topic. And you can have the hi-hat come in like here, instead of having the hi-hat all the way through. So that's why we create new patterns. So hi-hat, usually I do green for hi-hat. Don't ask me why I do the color. You can do whatever color you want. It's just that I just wanted green. So this is a cool trick with FL Studio, and so first I'm gonna just fill in the first one and then fill in that one, and then you can actually right click on the hi-hat name, and then you can fill each 2 steps. So that'll fill each 2 steps, and then we're gonna place it in here like that. So then we can hear it with the full song. So already now you can hear what you want to do with your track. So actually what I want to do is I want to drag this out. So you can actually drag out your channel rack to a number of measures that you want to use. So I'm just gonna fill each 2 steps. I'm not sure if you can. No, yeah, it would ruin it. Shoot, now I forgot what I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Damn it, I forgot what it was. Alright. What the okay. We're just gonna I don't know. My mouse has been really spazzy. I'm getting a new one. And Keaton, if you're watching this video, that's yeah. Alright, that was different than what I had, but still. Sounds good. Oh shit. Sorry for my language. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. And my mouse keeps going up there. Kids, here's a lesson. Don't use a cheap mouse with FL Studio. Okay. So we have that. And then now this is the time where we're going to actually use piano roll for percussion. We have this. And then actually what you want to do first is actually just delete these bluish, grayish things. They mean nothing and they do confuse me. So if they confuse me, they'll probably confuse me. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So this is a cool thing. The piano roll, I'm going to teach you guys some tips with. What you want to do is go up to here, the snap to grid. It's like a magnet, so the magnet, because the notes will snap to the grid like a magnet. That's why they name it like that. So what you want to go is down here to 6 beat. This will actually put it into like triplet form. A triplet is basically fitting 3 notes into one. How am I going to explain this? I get it, and you will get it, but it's just hard to explain. So basically, if you have a half note, which a half note would be this. This is a half. So 1, 1, and 2. Let's start from here. Let's start from 1 and 2. So basically, what a triplet's doing is fitting 3 different notes in a half note. So it's breaking it up. So instead of sounding it's gonna sound. So it kind of sounds pretty cool with rhythm. That's why people use triplets, because it kind of see my mouse again. It's doing that thing. It's adding to the rhythm. So instead of going it's kind of boring, right? It's a so to count it in your mind, it's like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet. So that's basically how you count triplets. And then so these are 16 notes. No, yes, they're 16 notes. It's hard to figure out what these right here. Fuck. 30. I don't know. These are just notes. Triplets are gonna be snapping to the grid. So we're gonna go to 3rd beat, and that didn't do anything. So right here at the end, we're just gonna delete this note, and we're gonna go with the triplet sequence. So it snaps to the triplet. So let's listen to that. See? So that's what I was saying. It kind of adds to the rhythm. So instead of at the end going it kind of adds to so it's pretty cool. We're gonna put one here. We're gonna put a single triplet sequence. So that's what a triplet is. And if you guys want to, you can actually create 2 patterns for the hi-hat. I actually do it in some of my songs. I love creating 2 sequences for or 2 patterns for the hi-hat, only because sometimes in the song, especially if you're doing a hip hop song with lyrics over it, you're gonna want to have different parts of the song have different hi-hat patterns, because maybe you have a slow part, it's like you want to have different rhythms. You want to vary your song, but right now we're just making one beat and one segment of a song, so we're gonna stick with this pattern. Next is going to be, where are we on the? We're gonna create a new pattern. This is gonna be for the cymbal. Cymbal is red. That's what I like to do the cymbal is. Okay, so cymbal is going to be we're just going to go with one. Just do one and then put it into here. No. Alright, so I know where the clap is going to go now. So that's the cymbal. Just put it in. Cymbal should really, it kind of just starts it off. So it lets the listener know that that's a new part of the sequence. So, and they're called patterns. That's why they're called patterns. They're supposed to repeat. So now we're gonna go with the claps, and now it's pattern 4 right now. But we're gonna do clap, and we're gonna do the clap as purple. Put it right here. We're gonna drag the clap out to this much. Actually, we could do this much. I don't want to add. So we're going to go with a full 2 measures. Go into the channel rack, and the clap is going to be every 2. So that's going to be the clap. So it gives a bit. Oh, yeah, I forgot I was doing 2. So actually, if you want to do this, at the end, cut out the clap. So I'll show you what that sounds like. What about there? So especially with the triplets, it sounds very cool. So if we even cut out the kick and the snare, it gives it a bit of variation. And it actually gives kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Suspense. To going into the new segment. So it's not really a new segment in the song, but still. So let's start from here. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you how to put your percussion patterns into the mixer. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to just start up here and then shift and click all of them. I'm so dumb. And then you're going to go to the mixer. This is the mixer, the 5th one. You're going to right click on insert 1, channel routing, route selected channels starting from this track. And that'll put all your channels in here. So your kick, your hi-hat, your cymbal, and your clap. I already think that the clap is just too loud. And the cymbal needs to be put up a bit more so it just seems louder. So here, now the clap is down a bit. So now you're not going to hear as much. This is for the whole song. The whole song, the clap is going to be down here. If you want to create automation clips, so at parts of the song, clap's going to be lower and clap's going to be higher. I'll teach you that, but that's going to be more advanced for the song. This is just the beat. So we're going to start now. So now you hear the clap is kind of a dimmed sound more. So there you have it. That's your first part of your beat. It is sorry, I don't have the scroll, so it's going to be hard for me to. That is the percussion. So actually, before I let you guys go, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing right now, it's actually scrolling up. So if you want to see the whole song, you have this bar right here, so you can just do this. If you're at the end, it'll give you this kind of symbol with your mouse. You scroll that in, and you can fit it to your song. And then right up here, you can put it down. If you got a lot of tracks, you're making like a big pop song or whatever. Now, well, pop songs do use more tracks than hip hop or trap. Well, actually, trap uses a lot. Off topic again. You just pull this up like this. So obviously, this is a bit too much. Wouldn't do that. This is where I like to keep it around here, and I like to keep it squared. So put it about there, maybe there. If I'm editing the track like automation clips, I have to do this because the automation clip just goes out to here. So this is how you scroll up and down on your playlist and make it smaller, make it bigger. And that's actually going to be pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of these videos. So yeah, stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter down here, Beats Fruity, to stay connected and see what videos are coming through next. Set up notifications on my channel as well, and like the video, and stay tuned for more tutorials and walkthroughs on Fruity Loops Studios.